first to 7 between Yuttoto and Jashin. Let's take a couple look at their highlights.
He's still got a pretty good lead here, but SHK.
Oh, what a whip punish!
Is Desi's guard bar still in trouble? Oh, nice whip punish.
Oh, 666 for you, lethal hit!
Extension.
Next to the wall, he's got to watch out for the mix-up. Oh, caught him rolling.
No, he can't get up. He can't.
Oh, man, on that one. There we go, get him out of here, and he's gonna fish his way out of there. Dropped the combo, we've seen that a couple of times already, and he went for the attack run.
Yuttoto stealing that round.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh, big damage.
It's so weird with how the last hit hits, right? That was incredible.
Oh, he went for the jump.
That was sick.
Damn, the jump evasiveness.
Round start. Oh, he was back turn. Really unfortunate right there. He didn't get the turn around. Jashin recognized that there was a follow-up to that.
They're even.
Jashin's trying to make best use of his meter, especially with Tawanegi's defense on the...
Oh, lethal. That's gonna hurt. Going the other way.
To me.
Yep.
Jashin's just on the roll right now. He's got all the tempo on his side. Both are very amazing players to watch. Both have made their place in the stage of history, and I can't wait to see more and their thoughts about it. But first, I want to give a big thanks to Astro Gaming, because Astro Gaming is back for another year supporting the Soul Calibur Online Challenge as the official headset and mix app for this event.
This year, Astro Gaming will be providing all top 3 event champions with Astro products and merchandise.
That's really great. Thank you so much, Astro Gaming.
Thank you again. For this next match, it's going to be a run back from the grand finals at the tournament held yesterday.
Let's take a look at the interview. These players definitely have something to say about each other. So that's...
そうですね、正直なところ言ってしまえば普段の試合の結果は散々なもんなんですけども、そういうイベントっていうこともあっていろいろ試したりしながら食らいつきたいなと。
そうですね、正直厳しい相手なんですけども、勝率自体はかなり高い。なので自信はあるんですけど、やっぱり邪神さんなんで長期戦が強いと思うので、ちょっと早めに蹴りをつけたいですね。
現状だと、1キャラしか多分出さないかな。キャラですね。
メインはボルトで行かせてもらいます。ただボルトだときついなとか、相手にリスク付けできなかった時は三剣とかセツカとか使う可能性があります。
あんまりちゃんと相手のキャラのことを調べてないんで、まずボルドをメインだと思うんで、そこから相手のキャラのことを調べるのを最初にやろうかな。
相手が邪神さんなので、もう邪神さんと戦っちゃおうかなと思ってます先にもう邪神さんの動きを見極めて本番に臨もうかなと思ってます。実は大会で当たったことはほとんどないです。エボ J とかもそうですけど、本当に当たるのが一番最近のチーム戦の時に1回だけ当たったって感じですね。
この間のオンラインの2オン大会で当たりましたね。時はフルセットの末ギリギリで負けましたね。
結果はギリギリ勝ちました。そうですね、やっぱり邪神さんは人読みがと対応が結構早いプレイヤーだと思ってるので、読み合いがいろいろ交差したりしていくと思うんですけど、ちょっと邪神さんがどれだけボルド戦を極め詰めてくるかが読めないんで、ギリギリの試合になると思います。フルセットとかやっぱ詰まったような試合になると思います。
トトさんは長い方が一歩と強いので、何が強いかっていうと、やっぱり相手の動きを読んだりっていうのがどんどん強くなっていくので、攻め方のパターンを用意しておかないと、最初勝てたとしても後半で勝てなくなってしまう。
そうですね、できれば、7-0とかつけたいんですけど、いや 強そうなんだよな
やる前から負けることは考えないんで7対6でギリギリ勝ちたいなと。
邪神さんにはもういろいろお世話になってきたし、いろいろ助けてもらったことがあるんですけども、今回も戦うことになったんで、ぜひお手柔らかにお願いします
And there you have it. Both players showing tremendous respect for each other.
Now, we definitely saw yesterday that both of these players in the grand finals, they were fighting it out. But first, let's see what you guys thought at home. Who do you think will win this FT7 between Yuttoto and Jashin? Let's hear your thoughts. Let's take a look at the poll. Okay, so it's 59.7% in Yuttoto's favor right now, if we're looking at the poll.
And looking back at tournament grand finals last night, I think this poll is going to become true.
Yeah, definitely Yuttoto had the edge in yesterday's tournament, but let's see if Jashin came up with some strategies overnight to possibly take the win over Yuttoto in today's FT7.
Yes, Jashin did start out very strong against Yuttoto last night. Let's see if his new techniques he's been working on can pay off for him.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're still just going to see a Voldo versus Hilde matchup almost all the way.
I agree. Unless Yuttoto wants to warm up with Yoshimitsu again.
You still can't get over that Yoshimitsu pick from last night, huh?
It caught me so off guard. It made me so happy. I can't forget it now.
Yeah, I guess because he was doing really well with Voldo against Jashin specifically. I think what matters more here is that we did see Yuttoto's Voldo not do so well earlier in pools. So I think what matters is Yuttoto ready? Is he awake? Did he take his shot of caffeine for FT7 right now?
Excellent point. We're gonna get right into it here. Going to the forest.
Again, this is not a first to 5, this is a first to 7. I'm really excited to see who's going to hit the 7th point. Both players have a long history of doing really well in FT10 events around the country, so we'll see who edges it out.
Yes, Yuttoto is aiming for the 7-0. And they're right into it.
Jashin already a lot more aggressive with his poking actually than usual. Like, we know Jashin usually likes to start the match very defensively, very poke heavy, but he definitely has a faster tempo than yesterday's game already.
Both these players just seem to be testing the waters, seeing what they can get away with early on.
And so far, Jashin has been getting away with a few boots here and there.
Yuttoto is testing his reactions with that lethal hit attempt in Mantis. But Jashin did block it.
However, you can't beat the master Yuttoto at poking. Like, really good low pokes there at the beginning of the round. Yeah, we're just seeing Yuttoto here, carefully pacing out his poking. Not really caring too much about offense or damage right now. Gets
Good lethal hit on the whip.
Lethal hit there. Jashin unfortunately just guessing wrong on all the low mix-ups there. Both players are just playing some really honest and small caliber right now, just a lot of turn taking. Although Jashin's now trying to move on in the offensive. Uses the power of the backstep into a really nice launch.
Smart soul charge by Yuttoto, keeping him on the wall. The grab mix-up.
Yeah, catches Jashin stepping and tries to counter it with a grab.
Closes it out with the low. Yuttoto is consistently catching Jashin with that mid-horizontal at the beginning of each round.
Yeah, Yuttoto is just very aware that using the power of Hori mids can stop Jashin from stepping. Jashin is a very defensive player, and his movement is just really solid. So Yuttoto's just trying to prevent Jashin from dancing around him. So charge from Jashin here. Seems like Yuttoto's trying to prevent Jashin from getting anything started, especially since he's in Soul Charge.
Nice punish on the whiff, closing out the first game. First game goes to Yuttoto.
Yeah, that very first game was kind of like almost what happened in yesterday's tournament as well. Just Yuttoto outpoking Jashin, preventing him from starting anything. It was just almost a replay. I wonder how Jashin is really going to make the comeback, because I'm pretty sure he wants revenge against Yuttoto.
Yes, it seems like Jashin is struggling to get the Grand Finals reset out of his head. He's not really trying anything new. Yuttoto is sticking to his game plan.
It
Let's see
seems
if-
like his tempo did like slowly switch up a bit, but otherwise his general playstyle is kind of the same.
Battle 1.
We're on Setsuka's stage.
And starting off game 2 with some more meaty pokes. Although Jashin is slowly pushing Yuttoto towards the wall. Small punish from Jashin there. Yeah, Yuttoto as a Voldo player isn't really that reliant on the Manta stance. You're just seeing a lot of graceful pokes and graceful movement.
Jashin was trying to change the pace of the game to fit his style, but Yuttoto was sitting strong.
Yeah,
Did not budge.
Yeah, you can see Jashin like trying to get in closer because Hilde's horizontals are primarily attached to her sword, so they don't really have the greatest range compared to her spear. And he's probably trying to either charge up the sword regalia or trying to prevent Yuttoto from stepping around him too much. Unfortunate whiff from Jashin over there. Yuttoto getting some sick damage from that whiff punish.
Jashin consistently checking Yuttoto, trying to catch a counter hit with his horizontal. But it is not paying off so far.
Another soul charge from Jashin here. Is able to get a sword regalia in. Slowly pushing Yuttoto towards the wall. Again, the classic Yuttoto 4-4A from Soul Charge.
It was smart to throw that out as soon as Hilde's soul charge ends, so that's double pressure.
Low pressure. Yuttoto so far in the lead here. Doesn't break the grab, unfortunately. Which was actually one of the highlights from yesterday's match, because one key factor was that Jashin was consistently breaking Yuttoto's grabs in yesterday's match, and now it seems like it's complete opposite. Nice
The
step
step
into
punish
block.
to secure game 2. Yuttoto is definitely on his way to his flawless victory. Let's see if Jashin can turn it around.
Yeah, definitely Yuttoto is in Jashin's head right now, and oh my god, if this ends up being a 7-0 wash, the amount of dominating and cleaning we'll be seeing today just shows who really has made their mark on the stage of history in Japan. We definitely have an amazing pool of players. All of these players featured here today are probably some of the best. But of course, there's always only going to be one winner whenever there's a match. But will that be Yuttoto or will that be Jashin? Let us know.
Both these players did play a lot of caliber yesterday. The mental strain on both of them must be insane.
Yeah, but they're entering this a lot more fresh. During Grand Finals yesterday, obviously they went through a tournament of like 89 participants. The mental fatigue was there, but here they're probably a lot more fresher.
They at least had a night of sleep.
Yeah, they at least
Recover.
had a night of sleep.
Ooh, Yuttoto getting the lethal hit here.
You don't really actually see that lethal hit too often from Yuttoto himself. You see it a lot from other Voldo players, but because again, Yuttoto prefers to play a very neutral, heavy Voldo as opposed to a Mantis style Voldo. You don't really get to see that lethal hit much.
It is a punishable move on block, so it makes sense for Yuttoto not to spam it, for lack of better words.
I think Yuttoto generally likes to play a lot safer rather than aggressive. But he is trying to pressure Jashin right now. Popping out the soul charge.
Jashin was going for a tech trap setup right there.
Oh, this time Jashin blocks the 4-4-A.
Ooh, gets him with the back hitbox.
Yuttoto celebrating his possible early victory with some happy feet. Yeah, Jashin just losing his momentum right now. You can see
Sitting on 2 full
Yuttoto
bars.
is in control of this whole match. Nice hell sweep from Jashin. Punishes with a 2A. Oh! That was
Great
very
defense.
Strange. That was very strange.
Neither of them took damage for the longest time. Then they trade a hit. Incredible. Throw goes through for Yuttoto, sealing game 3.
Damn, I don't know what's going on in Jashin's head right now, but he needs to change it up. He's not breaking any grabs. You can feel the fear in his gameplay.
Absolutely, anything he's trying isn't working. Yuttoto's defense is just so good. He needs to solely rely on pokes and maybe not finish the strings that are steppable, so he won't get punished.
Yeah, because I do notice that Jashin really likes to use a lot of horizontals, but he's very patient with them. And Yuttoto sometimes just wants to change the tempo up. There are times where he's playing very defensive, very pokey, and other times he's gonna just switch it up and press buttons, like to pressure Jashin to corner him against the wall, maybe.
A history of conflict repeats itself at this
Yeah, Yuttoto will go into that sequence when he sensed the fear you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, but we shouldn't call it so soon because Jashin can do well in long sets as well. I have seen him do really well in a lot of events like Rematch and other tournaments recently. He has been leveling up. He hasn't reached his peak as a player.
Yes, and Yuttoto may start letting his guard down a little bit. That Jashin can take advantage of, as we saw in this match actually.
Just a really nice footage from both players right now. The amount of respect. Yeah, Jashin trying to fish out for those whiff punishes whenever Yuttoto wants to go on the offensive. Doesn't get the Spear Regalia launch though. Oh! The stare!
Huge life lead for Jashin, and he's able to close it out.
That was a very intense stare down there. The moment Yuttoto moved, Jashin just released that charged horizontal.
Scorpion kicks.
Pushing Jashin closer towards the half wall here. Might see a launch into ring out.
Ooh, big horizontal, vertical.
Yeah, it seems like Yuttoto is just giving Jashin a tour of the stage right now.
Jashin get on the board.
And maybe Jashin could score his first point. He does have 2 bars of meter to spend, but Jashin is very conservative with meter, and so is Yuttoto. Both
So
players
far,
are very known for that. Well,
there it is. Nice soul charge from Jashin, get off me. Return soul charge by Yuttoto.
oh!
High
Jashin
crush.
knew Yuttoto's habits there. Yuttoto loves to use that move when he's in soul charge, and he just cut it off before he could get anything started.
Ooh. Mix-ups. Good poke by Yuttoto. Caught Jashin pressing a button here. Empty jumps.
Low pokes, and some more low pokes. Just all of these low pokes landing and Jashin making no attempt to guard them. I think Yuttoto is possibly conditioning him for something.
It seems Jashin's not getting conditioned to the lows. He's just not even ducking.
Yeah.
Which is smart in the long run. That's only if he can win games.
Doesn't
Doesn't block
expect
the last.
doesn't expect the last hit of that string. He didn't think Yuttoto was gonna commit fully.
Good use of Regalia to stay plus there. But it does not help him. A 3-game sweep by Yuttoto.
We're heading down that route again towards a wash. Yuttoto's still in Jashin's head, but Jashin did remarkably better in that set.
He did. He was fighting back.
He was fighting back. It was a lot more even. He just ended up losing towards the 2A battle towards the end, unfortunately.
It's all about each player reading their timing, reading the other's timing. Trying to find an opening, but their openings are so small. Hard to get damage. Yuttoto was up 4 games. He already passed the halfway point to winning.
The cacophony.
Okay, we're back on the stage.
Two way to start it.
No lows blocked here by Jashin. Not a single one. This time he's able to block that Hori mid. Oh!
Ooh, nice low crush for the lethal hit.
Drops the lethal hit combo though.
That's unfortunate.
Nice Yuttoto going again for the really good pokes here. And I think Jashin's retaliating with his own pokes. We're seeing a lot of lows from him too. And Yuttoto expected that. Yuttoto expected that Jashin would try to counter his own lows with his very own. So there was the tech jump.
Simple as getting outplayed there.
The mind games. The
Yuttoto,
Yominai.
Yuttoto is not letting Jashin play. He knows he's scared now. There it is. He's getting some damage. Takes it right back. Back grab broken twice. Voldo one of 2 characters that can do that.
Yuttoto about to possibly add a 5th point to the scoreboard.
He's very close. Breaking every grab.
Because Jashin's patterns are still... Oh, he's beginning to change up his string usage here. Trying to possibly change the pace. Maybe change his game plan so that Yuttoto can't be as oppressive. Oh! Clash. Jashin tried to get out of being cornered by the wall there. Oh, avoids Yuttoto's low pokes with the shoulder.
Catches him walking in with a kick. Take the round. That's on the board.
Nice launch from Yuttoto here. Nice block on the Mantis from Jashin.
Nice block, but bad punish.
You can see Jashin here slowly beginning to figure out Yuttoto's timing.
He knows it's crunch time now. Ooh, got hit with the horizontal.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot more launches from Yuttoto now in this game. Nice.
And the lethal hit from the whiff. Closing out game 5.
Wow. This is really turning out into wash day, huh?
Yeah.
I don't-
Yeah.
Like,
Me-
Jashin is one of the strongest players I know, and to see him,
Welcome to
see
the
Yuttoto
stage
make
of
him look
history
free.
retold.
yeah.
insane. Like, a lot of people believe that ever since Evo 2019, that Yuttoto has been washed up as a player, and this weekend has completely proven the opposite. Yuttoto
Exactly.
is not washed up. He just needs coffee.
He needs to just be awake, right?
Yeah, he needs to be awake.
Yes, Yuttoto's still much of a threat in the upper echelon of Soul Calibur players.
There's a reason why he is our Evo champion.
Warrior spirits are battle 1. Fight.
Game 6.
Both players just taking turns, testing the waters. But not much has changed. Yuttoto slowly getting more and more aggressive here, trying to pressure Jashin by a Mantis.
There we go. That's a nice punish.
He's got both of the powers of Regalia now. What's he going to do with it though? Unfortunately,
Can't
doesn't
get
have
the
the
launch.
Yeah.
He was fishing for a reverse ring out, I believe.
Fight.
Yuttoto ain't no fish.
Yuttoto not going to fall for that. Yeah, Jashin is just really scared right now. He's primarily known as a defensive player, but he's defending way too much here.
The thing is, Yuttoto's not giving him an opening. Either he's going to be out of range by the time he can be punished, or he's just going to get counter hit. Not quite a ring out here.
Yeah, because so far Yuttoto has been setting the pace and the tempo for majority of the matches, and Jashin has just been trying to block and defend against it. Unfortunately, that whip.
Ooh,
Oh,
ducks
the
the
whip.
grab into a lethal hit for a nice combo.
The whip grab is going to bring Jashin down to tiny bit of help left. He is fighting back. He is fighting back.
He's got a lot of work to do. Ooh, nice backstep into whiff punish. It's not getting a proper combo though.
Yeah, Jashin being careful here. Trying to bait out the whip punish and gets it!
Nice whiff punish at the CE. This should kill.
And it should give him access to a new lethal hit next round too. Yeah, I think as long as Jashin is being way too defensive. If he can get some scary offense going, if he can instill some kind of fear into Yuttoto,
I don't think Yuttoto can feel fear. Look how this round just started. Everything just seems to be working out for him here. More Hori mids, yeah?
Yeah, well, you called it more Hori mids.
Very long range low.
Yeah, he's not blocking low. It's almost the same mistake Yuttoto did in pools yesterday, not blocking Nunu's 1B. We're seeing a repeat of Jashin not blocking or jumping any of Yuttoto's low poke at all.
Another layer to this mind game is Jashin can't really get a good read on Yuttoto. Just because how well he's mixing up his moves.
I don't think it's really about mixing up his moves, but the way he's just mixing up his pace. There are times when he goes slow and times where he goes fast. So you don't really know how to adapt to that kind of tempo. Just walking away now. I'm gonna run away with the win. Can't do anything about it.
Scorpion kick into CE. close out Game 6. It seems Jashin is getting close to winning games, but he just can't clutch it out.
Yeah. Yuttoto's just one win away from
One
winning.
game away.
One game away from winning the FT7. Oh my god.
Flawlessly at that.
Welcome to
Yeah,
the
because
stage of
Jashin is
history.
usually in longer sets. Jashin has a history of making it like two rounds on the scoreboard. The opponent also has 2 rounds on the scoreboard, but he just has a history of not being able to clutch it out well in the final round.
That goes to mental endurance. Who can keep their mind and options active and moving from point to point.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Jashin is one of the oldest players, one of the more experienced players in the community, and Yuttoto is one of the youngest ones in the community here too. There's a generational gap between players, but the skill is on par. It's just that Yuttoto definitely had some coffee before going into this FT7.
Able to connect the lethal hit in Mantis stance. Jashin knows that's a low.
Trying to get away from the edge there. Yeah, Jashin just being really careful just in case Yuttoto tries to ring him out. He's finally blocking the lows. Does the
Ooh.
Jashin? He makes
Nice
that
finish.
move look unblockable every single time. Oh! Both players decided to step at the same time, but Yuttoto had the right read there. Nice with punish from Yuttoto here. Like Hilde, she does have the range, but a lot of her moves this year are pretty linear, so that's why you can see Yuttoto just constantly stepping whenever he's far away.
Stare down.
Stare down! We're seeing a lot of patience from both players right now. Unfortunately, Yuttoto gets counter hit.
Battle 3. Fight.
On to round 3. Yuttoto only needs 2 more rounds to win the entire first 2-7 exhibition match.
But Jashin gets a really nice lethal hit here. Tech jumping Yuttoto's approach here. Being more careful against his horizontals and stepping. Yuttoto is popping out the soul charge, and before Yuttoto can get anything started, Jashin goes, "Get off me! I'm gonna release my own soul charge too." Oh!
Guard break. Can he ring out with this? No.
No. No ring out from either player. We're going back into the center of the stage.
Battle 4. Fight.
To round 4. Ooh, nice step in a lethal hit. Good damage. And connects a grab. Good start for
No
Yuttoto
grabs
here.
being broken today by Jashin. Is Yuttoto going to seal this with a perfect?
Not quite. He took some damage from that grab break.
He did take some damage from that grab break, but Yuttoto can break it easily when he's Voldo. It's actually even faster.
Nice step. To take the round. Yuttoto's 1 game away from winning the first to 7.
Yuttoto feeling himself right now. Both players just trying to hide out in neutral here. Yuttoto soul charging. Well, Jashin is grounded. Oh!
Ooh, gets a lethal hit and soul charges. This big damage. What's the mix up? Another soul
Another
charge.
soul charge.
Oh! Gets him with the low string. Yuttoto wins the first to 7 flawlessly. Another,
Wow.
well,
Another
the first 7-0
First 7-0 of today.
But another flawless victory. Wow, every single exhibition match
Has been really dominant.
has been a wash. Frankly speaking.
Yeah, just
Incredible.
really amazing.
Well, Jashin wasn't just standing there. He did put up a good fight against Yuttoto. And it must be very hard after Yuttoto resetting the bracket in Grand Finals last night
Yeah,
and winning it. And then
unfortunately, Yuttoto has proven himself to be the better player here. Jashin was just not blocking any of those lows. He was just taking all those pokes. And didn't do anything about it.
yes, Yuttoto would not give him anything to work with the same way Tamanegi played in first to 5. Such a good poking game, safe game, and Jashin couldn't find an opening or open Yuttoto up.
Of course, I would like to hear more from these players, what they were thinking during this set. So we will move on to the interview portion. I'm really excited to hear what Jashin and Yuttoto have to say about this.
Yes.
Oh, what do you think I should ask Yuttoto or Jashin? Because I'm definitely going to ask Jashin how he tried to prepare for this exhibition match. ジャシンさん、ゆうととさん、聞こえますか？
あ、はい、聞こえます。
あ、ゆうととさんおめでとうございます。
おめでとうございます。
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
あ、ジャシンさん残念でしたね。
はい。
はい、昨日も、グランドファイナルズで、ゆうととさんに対戦しましたね。このエキシビションマッチの準備のために、どんな作戦を考えましたか？
そうですね。まあ、ため攻撃はちょっと待たれてからの展開で負けてるっていうのが多かったんで、ためないでちょっとスカ角に集中しようかなとかも思ったんですけど、やっぱ技振りがうまいんで、あんまりそもそもスカせもせずっていう感じでしたね。
I see. So I asked Jashin what his approach was going into today's match, and his approach was he wanted to try whiff punishing Yuttoto a lot more, but unfortunately it didn't work out in his favor. ゆうととさん、ファイナルボスマッチ、昨日、素晴らしかったね。
はい
あと、みんな、ザスラメル、
ありがとうございます。
ザスラメルの、どうして選びましたか？レジさんの対戦時に。
いや、正直、ちょっと最初にボルドを出して、
は
で、
い。
ちょっと思ったよりボコボコにやられちゃったので、
そうですね。
で、
そうです。
次に、展開を変えるために、吉光をちょっと出してみようかなって思ったら、それも思いのほかボコボコにされちゃって、ちょっと
なるほど。
そう、どうしようかなって悩んだ末に、ちょっとやっぱエボ J で、やっぱりザサラベルは俺の窮地を救ってくれたんで、やっぱ
はい。
ザサラベルにしようかなと思って、で出した感じです。
Okay, so I asked Yuttoto, why does Zaslamel pick yesterday? And he said, Voldo didn't work out, Yoshimitsu didn't work out, and he was panicking on his next character pick, and he remembered Evil Japan. He remembered how well he did with the character against Linkors, so he just went with that Zaslamel. ジャッシンさんも、他のキャラクター使っていますか？ヒルダ以外。
その新しいキャラが出ればしばらくは使ってたりしますね。なので、セツカも使ってましたね。
はい、出てほしいキャラクターがいますか？出てほしいキャラクター、もう一つのキャラクター、シーズン2のパス。
まあ、一番出てほしいヒルダは出てくれたんで、あとはそんなに望まないですね。他の人が満足するキャラだったらいいかなぐらいの感じです、ね。
そして、ゆととさんも、どうぞ、ゆととさん。
大丈夫ですか？いや、僕はそうですね。出てほしいキャラは、やっぱり、ツバイっすね。やっぱキャラは、かっこいいので。
誰
5が終わるまでずっと使ってたんで、やっぱ愛着もあるので。まあ、
あ、
最後には
もう一度。
ふさわしくないかもしれないけど、ちょっと望んでますね、僕は。
誰もう一度。どんなキャラクター？ズワイ。なるほど。ありがとうございます。So I did ask Jashin if he used any other character. He said he was waiting for Hilda this whole time. He doesn't really think he's going to change. He's just going to stick with the character. He isn't waiting for any other character, but he has been playing Setsuka a lot recently. Yuttoto, he does have a lot of characters he's playing right now, but he does want Zwei to come back for for possibly the last season 2 character. He wants Zwei because he loves that character. He played that character a lot during Soul Calibur 5. He wants to see him back.
I would definitely like to see Yuttoto play Sway as well.
強いプレイヤーになるためにアドバイスありますか？二人とも。ジャシンさんから。
はい。
そうですね。
そうですね。まあ、基本的にはいろんなことを漠然としちゃうんですけど、考えながらやるっていうことかなと思ってますね。まあ、勝ってる理由もそうだし、負けてる理由もそうだし。
ありがとうございます。ゆととさんのアドバイスは何ですか？
そうですね、ちょっと、磯野さんっちゃうんですけども、やっぱり自分と、やっぱずっと戦ってくれる人っていうのを作るのはやっぱり重要かなって思います。あともう一つは、自分の出した技とか、そういう行動に、ちゃんと責任っていうか、理由がちゃんとあるかどうか、やっぱ考えるのは大事だと思います。
ありがとうご
やっぱ
ざいます。
ちょっと考えないで技出しちゃうと、そこからちょっと成長はしなくなっちょっと考えながら技を出す。あとはライバルを作る。が大事だと思う。
いいアドバイスですね。So I asked Jashin and Yuttoto what their advice is to players who want to become stronger. Jashin was talking about you need to be thinking while you're playing. While you're playing matches, you need to be thinking why you're doing this, why the opponent's doing that, and more importantly, whenever you win or lose, you evaluate the reason for winning, the reason for losing. You need to be smart and think about all your actions while playing the game. And with Yuttoto, his advice is actually the same as Kamizono's. If you want to maintain your motivation, try to find that one person you always want to fight in the game. Find a rival, create a rival, have that motivation to beat that person, be a reason to keep playing the game. Because another advice he gave is your reason for playing the game does affect your motivation. So make sure you have that in mind as you learn and process a lot of Soul Calibur 6 because this game isn't easy to learn, guys. It isn't easy to learn. 最後にメッセージとか伝えたいことがありますか？ジャシンさんから。
なんだろう、漠然としてあれですけど、そうっすね。まあ、見てわかる通り、ゆっととくんはめっちゃ強いんで、簡単にリベンジなんかもできないですけど、まあ、これからも対戦して、もうちょっといい対戦になるぐらいの感じにはしたいですね。
そしてゆととさん、メッセージありますか？
ジャシンさんにですか？
はい、どうぞ。
そうですね。キャリバー6になってから、ジャシンとは一番対戦回数が多い方なんで、もう、やっぱり、僕が、尊敬してるキャリバープレイヤーの一人なので、
なるほど。
そうだな。 これからもちょっと、対戦してくれると嬉しいです。
ありがとうございます。
わあ、心が。
これからもよろしくお願いします。
なんでそう言い直した。よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
Okay, guys, my heart just got touched there, but I asked them to give out a message to you guys at home. Jashin said, yeah, he didn't perform too well today, but he wants to fight Yuttoto more. He will continue playing the game. He won't let that stop him. He will become a better player. So don't be too upset. He will work harder. And Yuttoto actually gave a personal message to Jashin. So Jashin is one of the players he fights a lot, often the most, and he's also the player Yuttoto respects the most. And he would be happy if Jashin played a lot more with him. Arigatou gozaimasu!
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうござい
ありがとう
ました。
ございました。いやー、楽しかったっす。
Wow, just the bonds that Soul Calibur 6 forms is just amazing.
So very wholesome.
Very wholesome. The amount of respect that even though Yuttoto won the match, he has so much respect for Jashin. Like you can hear in his voice. It was very heartfelt. Just really amazing. You can tell that both of their souls were still burning. Mine are burning. Mine is burning for sure. My heart is also really warm with all these feelings right now. Just amazing.
You can really tell how tight-knit the Soul Calibur community is in Japan, as well as around the world.
Yeah, the Soul Calibur community is one of the most passionate fighting game communities out there. And even though there were a lot of washes today, we hope we showed you the best of Japan. We hope we showed you that our souls here in Japan are still burning. And we hope to see more people step up to the stage of history.
Yes. Do your souls burn?
Do your souls still burn? Make Okubo proud. So with that, unfortunately, we have to end today's events, but we will catch you guys next time.
Yes, thank you for coming, everybody. We all appreciate it. Thank you
you so
again
much.
to Astro.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm pretty sure the devs appreciate this. The Japanese players are really happy that they got some spotlight. And Yuttoto is not washed up.
Yuttoto is definitely not washed up.
Definitely not washed up.